There we go. We are officially recording for those that are wanting to know if we were going to record this thing tonight. So we're good to go. Let me position this thing a little bit better for us tonight. So let me start out by welcoming all of you to this webinar broadcast tonight. My name is Brandon Cunningham. I am a resident of Florida and a distributor with LifeVantage. I want to give a special welcome to all of our guests that are with us tonight that have been invited to this program. I know we have very busy lives. It's run, and it's very difficult to find any time to sit down to enjoy any time ourselves, but you've been kind enough to jump on this webinar tonight. I'm going to do the best I can to give you some value. I can promise you this, the information I share with you tonight will be valuable information for the present and the future. It's changed many people's lives. I do know too, though, that this is all about timing. And why do I say that? Well, I know that I was introduced to LifeVantage in 2009, and I was in the real estate world and the automotive world. That's how I provided for my family. And I know that if I would have been asked to take a look at LifeVantage just a few years prior, the answer probably would have been no, because in real estate in Florida in 2004 and 2005, we were just practically printing money. And so I wasn't interested in anything else. But I didn't get asked in 2004. I didn't get asked in 2005. I got asked in 2009. 2009 was drastically a different time in my life. Ironically, we were making more money in 2009. That's beside the point. I was in a different state mentally. I was not happy. And so I took a look at this. And so why am I saying that? I'm saying that tonight because I'm excited about what we have. I'm not trying to convince anybody out there to join us or do this. There's no convincing. It's all about you. It's all about if the time is right in your life, you'll see it. If the time is not right, then maybe you won't see it. But from our standpoint, from the person's standpoint that put you on this webinar, that invited you, we're very excited about what we have. And shame on us if we keep this information to ourselves, because we know that it's changed many people's lives. And so we're extremely excited. I do these webinars frequently, sometimes on the Periscope format, and I got messages tonight to remember to smile. That's kind of funny to me because I'm a little bit of a goofball to start with, but I guess I'm so passionate about what we do that I get frustrated sometimes that I want what I have for other people. And I just keep, beating on some things, and maybe my facial expressions don't express really my state of mind. I can promise you guys this, the last few years of my life, I have lived without the anxiety. Listen to me. I have lived without the anxiety of currency. Money is not a problem. Just like breathing oxygen for you right now. None of you right now are having a hard time probably getting air out of the room you're in because there's so much of it. But if your room was filling up with water and maybe you were sucking in some water, it would be all you're thinking about is breathing. And I know for most people, that is how they live financially. Financially, the world's crashing in and all they can think about is money, and it destroys many lives. And so I know for a fact that what I'm about to present to you can change that. But the timing has to be right for you. It's not about our timing. So anyway, let's get into this thing. Let me share this screen. I'm going to play around with these gadgets a little bit. So give me a second here. Bear with me while I pull up my desktop. And you guys should be looking now at a webinar. Let's see. Chad, would you, or Barbara, would you give me a quick text and let me know if you guys are seeing this screen good, and we'll jump right into this thing. Give you guys a second to hit me up here maybe. You should still be seeing a video. So, okay, I'm getting a thumbs up. We're ready to rock and roll. So guys, here we are. This is the LifeVantage opportunity. Here's a look at my family that we have. That's my wife there of almost 24 years now. That is hard for me to believe. I got married. I was only a few weeks older than 21 years of age. And I had no idea what I was getting into, neither did she. But it's been a wonderful time growing a family and a life with Lynette, my wife. And these are our 2 kids. That's Trey. He definitely loves fish more than he loves his sister. Maybe not, but probably so. And that is Braylon, and she is awesome. She's just an amazing child to be around. For those of you that get to meet Braylon, you know what I'm talking about. And so I gave you a little bit of insight into my story. Real estate and automotive, the industries were what I used to provide for my family prior to getting involved with LifeVantage. And I did that for many years, owning my own business. And let me set the record straight here on this thing for you guys. This is not about trying to sell you something. The people that put you on this video are not trying to sell you something. And I think it's important that we talk about this right now briefly. Here's the deal. Now I'm going to try and cover this quickly. I love what we do. I love this company. I have the ability to, it's a negative thing sometimes to talk too much about things. But I just want to set the record straight. In 2009, when I was approached with LifeVantage, we were making more money than I'd ever made before because the crash of the economy had run my competition out of the state of Florida. And because I was kind of the only show in town, we had all the work we needed. The problem was I went from working a small area around the Tampa Bay area to working the entire state of Florida. And those kids that you see were very young, very, very young, and I didn't get to see them enough. I was working too much. I didn't like the people I was working with, but I felt stuck. And so here's the deal, guys. At 37 years old, this was my aha moment. I'm going to share this off the top so we can just cut through it. I want to cut through all the, whatever you're thinking this is, okay? At 37 years old, I had a great business, great family, I had the house, the cars, and I had about $200,000 in the bank, in cash, that I could use for investments. Not my house, not my cars, because guys, that is not an asset. Your cars and your house is not an asset. The only thing that's an asset is the things that make you money, okay? And so if you don't pay the rent and someone's not living in your house, it's not an asset. It's a liability. So I had about $200,000 in assets in cash that I could use to invest. And I'm here to tell you that that's way better than most 37-year-olds. That's way better than any year-olds in today's world. I know for a fact. And I'm not saying that to brag or boast. Maybe some of you guys have a whole lot more than 200 grand in the bank. But here's the point. Here's the reality. I found out that it takes a whole lot more money than $200,000 to get financial freedom, to live off of your investments. And ultimately, if you're not living off of your investments, you have to work. I mean, I hope you guys, hopefully you don't think Social Security is going to bail you out. If you're my age or younger, there will be no Social Security. And so we have to create that own financial insurance ourselves, right? And so my point is this. $1 million at 6% return, and 6% is probably pretty aggressive. I don't know if anybody would guarantee you 6% these days. Anything higher than that, there's risk of losing. And so 6% of $1 million is 60 grand. 60 grand divided by 12 is $5,000 a month. So my first question is, can you or do you want to live on $5,000 a month? Probably not. So my second question is, if that's $1 million, you know your current situation. You know how much money you have in the bank right now. You know how old you are. How long has it taken you to get the money you have now? And if it's not $1 million, how long do you have to keep doing what you're doing right now till you have $1 million in the bank that you can invest at 6% maybe to live on $5,000? How long is that? And the answer for almost every one of you is never. You're never going to have $1 million, ever. You're never, ever not doing what you're doing now. I wasn't. I had worked for 17 years of my life owning my own business, in a very good business, and I only had 200 grand in my name. And while that's a great cushion, I could live for a couple years on that. I was only 37. I need to live for many more years the way I want to live. And I didn't feel like working until I was 57, 67, 77, or 87. Okay? That's what this is about tonight. I found something. I found something that changed my life. And hopefully somebody on here will hear this information and really think about what I just said. Because if you don't have something that can help you get to that point in the next 5 to 6 years, you really need to look at this. If you're going to make $1 million in the next 2 or 3 years, if you're not going to make it, pay taxes and save it. If you're going to do that over the next couple of years, then don't do this. Just take the products. But if you're going to work for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, or the rest of your life to get that, then I think you found a better way. Because many of us have found financial freedom through this system. I've only been involved 6.5 years. So let's get into this thing. What are we all excited about, right? Why are we so excited about LifeVantage? Well, it all started a few years ago with an introduction to a product called Protandim. And remember, guys, I'm showing you a way out now, okay? So keep your eyes open, your mind open, right? The only way a parachute works is if it's open. The only way a mind works from an entrepreneurial standpoint is if it's open, okay? It started for me a few years ago with a video that got my wheels turning. So I want to show you that video, and then we're going to come in and show you how we've turned this video and this information into an amazing opportunity, as well as helping many people with their health and their wellness, okay? So let's jump into this.
You want to get an edge on turning back the clock with just a few pills? Who doesn't? Well, it's no longer science fiction, but science possibility, a potential breakthrough. As I found out firsthand, there may be a way to erase years, at least inside my body. Granted, it's down the road, but some scientists are wondering if a new pill I took might offer a very long life. It may not look like the fountain of youth, but inside this nondescript building, I'm about to become part of an exciting experiment, a kind of guinea pig. Dr. McCord, okay. I'm here at the University of Colorado in Denver to meet Dr. Joe McCord, a world-renowned scientist. This is pretty exciting stuff you're finding, huh?
It is. We're very excited about it.
His latest research could very well unravel the mystery of aging itself. And his decades of experiments may have the potential of adding years to people's lives and possibly prevent chronic diseases like cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. It all centers around this small yellow pill, and for me, it begins with a blood test.
It
wouldn't be the first time I've given blood for this company. They want to check my levels of something called T-bars, which is a rough indicator of a person's actual age. T-bars can identify a condition known as oxidative stress, a kind of measure of the wear and tear on our bodies. Oxidative stress, like the rusting of an engine, is not a good thing.
Bad for the body,
Leading to disease.
leading to disease and leading to malfunction, and importantly, leading to what we call aging. It is a slow progression of increasing oxidative stress. That's the main characteristic biochemically of the aging process.
The problem of aging begins with the very food we eat to give us energy. As our cells burn that food, they also release toxic chemicals. Those chemicals, you may know them as free radicals, react with all the components of our cells, literally bombarding them millions of times per second, damaging all our cells. The result? Oxidative stress, and we all have it. The body fights back with a system of defenses. It makes two antioxidant enzymes, catalase and SOD, whose job is to gobble up the free radicals before they can harm our cells.
So, doctor, how often do I take these?
And so, here I go. With that swallow, I've just become part of a potentially landmark scientific experiment.
Doesn't taste bad.
It's called Protandim, and tests on both mice and humans have already shown that it revs up the manufacture of those good enzymes in our bodies. More enzymes, fewer free radicals to harm us.
Right now, all we know is that this preparation decreases oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is not a disease, just like aging is not in itself a disease, but it's something that accompanies and is attached to many disease processes. So you can see the age-related.
Normally, oxidative stress, measured by those T-bars, increases with age. But in Dr. McCord's tests, taking just one pill of Protandim a day reversed that trend for everyone at every age, even for an 80-year-old.
They all are reduced to the level of oxidative stress that one would expect, frankly, in a newborn or a very young child.
High oxidative stress is associated with more than aging. It's been linked to hundreds of illnesses.
It's at the very center of many diseases: liver disease, diabetes, emphysema, asthma. I've studied all of these: strokes, heart attacks.
Even mental disease.
Yes.
Depression?
Alzheimer's disease, depression.
Dr. James Crapo with the National Jewish Medical Center in Denver is also researching Protandim for the company. But what about my progress? After nearly 2 weeks now, it's time to get my results. Dr. McCord calculates the numbers. The result, my level of oxidative stress has declined dramatically.
45%, that's excellent.
Just look at where I fall on the graph, before and after.
Which, if extrapolated back, is the level you would see in a newborn baby.
Would you suggest I keep taking this supplement?
I would. I can't guarantee it's going to extend your life. I can't guarantee it's going to eliminate any diseases or cure any diseases.
But we do know that oxidative stress is part of those disease processes. And I don't want to wait until I'm 80 years old and find out that I should have taken it.
The company that makes Protandim says its tests show the pill, made from ingredients used for centuries, is absolutely safe. But because it's being sold as a nutritional supplement and not a drug, Protandim does not need FDA approval for safety.
It's the little yellow pill that scientists say could eliminate chronic diseases and help you live well into your hundreds. Quinones has been taking Protandim for 2 weeks now and tells Extra,
I am sleeping better. I feel a lot better and also energized when I do wake up.
You know, as a patient advocate, I stumbled upon Protandim almost 3 years ago. Someone introduced me to Protandim. I just looked at the research and figured out, hey, wait a minute, I have to take 360 oranges in one day to get the same effect of one pill? Salt. Antioxidants. Okay, these are still good, right?
oh, not only are they good, but we've breathed a whole new life into this topic. We now know that you can actually boost your own body's defenses without even just taking vitamin C by eating lots of colorful fruits and vegetables. But there's also a new supplement on the market called Protandim that is made from an extract of herbs that actually upregulates and boosts your natural manufacturing of antioxidant enzymes.
Wow.
So this is going to reduce those harmful free radicals, reduce some of that cell damage associated with disease, and this is a double thumbs up.
How do you find the energy to keep doing it night after night? We get a lot of comments. So people have been emailing me and saying they love how you look, like you're ageless. It's incredible.
I have a secret.
What is your secret?
I have a secret formula, and it's a company called LifeVantage. They came up with a product called Protandim. Now, what causes the aging process is free radicals in our body, oxidative stress. This Protandim stuff, I've been taking it for 2 years.
We have it on the table right there.
Clinically proven to slow the aging process down. It reduces the oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days. So I tested it, and it works. And the nice thing, it's not pharmaceutical. It's real food.
I'm going to have to give it a try.
So guys, there you go. We are super excited about what you just saw, because now we know so much more about Protandim when that originally aired. But that was ABC News, okay? That wasn't your friend. That was ABC News. You guys recognized that reporter, and it worked for him. And we found out a lot of stuff about Protandim since then. We can't say that we treat, cure, prevent, mitigate any disease. We're not a drug company, and thank goodness, because I think we've learned in today's age that pharmaceutical prescription drugs, while they do save lives on a daily basis, they have also caused many complications. And we would like to be able to get to more of the root cause of the aging process. And that's exactly what Protandim does, guys. So listen, Protandim, as you see there, that's our flagship product. It reduces oxidative stress. And I didn't know what oxidative stress was a few years ago. It's basically rust. We know rust on the outside of the body. If a chair sits out by the beach for a while, especially if it's not painted, it'll rust very quickly. It deteriorates. And if someone like myself, a little over 200 pounds, goes and runs and jumps in a very rusty chair, that chair, the integrity of the chair has been compromised by the rust. It's no longer as strong as it used to be. And the stress of my weight on the chair probably will make it collapse, okay? The same thing is happening in our body. It happens with food. When you cut an apple open and you don't eat the apple, what happens to the apple? It turns brown. Bananas, same thing, because the apple has that nice red skin that protects it. And when you compromise the skin and lay it open, it's exposed to air, oxidation, right? Oxidative stress. Okay, it happens in our body. It's happening in your body right now as we breathe. And of course, we need oxygen to breathe. The byproduct is free radical production. When we're younger, our body does an amazing job of reducing the amount of free radicals. It has a nice balance. But as we age, your body can no longer handle those free radicals. And you guys have heard of free radicals. That's where the whole antioxidant movement came from. There's some problems, though, with traditionally trying to treat free radical damage with direct antioxidants. And Protandim is not a direct antioxidant. It's not like we're saying we're trying to cram, all this vitamin C into a pill. No, the science is completely different. But here's what we know for a fact. When you take Protandim, it reduces the damage cellularly, the damage caused by oxidation, the damage caused by rust. It reduces it by 40% on average in just 30 days. And that product, that bottle, this bottle, there is a full month supply, right? 30 tablets in that bottle, and it's $40. Are you kidding me? $40, right? To slow down aging, cellular aging, proven without a doubt. We'll talk about it a little bit more. And by the way, the last thing about Protandim from I guess the way it works, don't take Protandim to think it's going to change your life like immediately. Like, we don't make any claims. People always ask, well, what's it going to do? We don't know what it's going to do, but here's what we do know it will do. We do know that it will extend cell life. Listen, food, I call Protandim a refrigerator. It's the refrigerator, supplement of refrigerators, right? Your food tastes best when it's first cooked. My wife's a great cook. My grandmother's a great cook. When my grandmother would cook, if I didn't eat the food right away, she got mad because she didn't want it to go bad, right? She didn't want it to get cold, right? A refrigerator makes your food cold enough that it extends the life, right? Milk. If you don't put milk in the fridge, it'll spoil. Cheese, any of those type things. So we have valuable food items. We want to extend the life. It's a convenience so that we don't have to shop every day, right? I know for a fact if your refrigerator costs $40 a month, you'd still have it. If it costs $40 just to run your refrigerator, you'd have it. If it costs $80, you would have it. Guys, I don't know. Is your food more important in keeping it a few weeks longer than this? Because this, we know now, does extend healthy life. And let's talk about that. Sanjay Gupta wrote a book on chasing life, new discoveries about how to age less today. There's 7 pages in that book about Protandim. You just saw the ABC News clip. You saw some stuff on Today. You saw Donny Osmond, and they ran tests on his blood, and it works. It flat works. We've got certifications for athletes. Most companies don't go to the extent of the certifications that we have because their ingredients just won't stand up to the test. But most importantly is that bottom line down there. I just picked one school, LSU. I'm originally from Louisiana, and this is my PowerPoint, so I can pick whatever school I want. But Ohio State has studied this. Colorado has studied it. Duke has studied it. Harvard, I'm sorry, no, not Duke. Oxidative stress and the discovery of superoxide dismutase happened at Duke University in 1969 by that doctor, Joe McCord. In fact, that doctor that you saw, if they want to know how much superoxide dismutase is in your body, which is a survival gene, It's one of the genes that does away with a lot of the free radicals in your body naturally. The more SOD you have, the better. If they want to know how much SOD is in your body, they measured in McCord units. That guy, Joe McCord, you just saw, formulated this product. He discovered superoxide dismutase at Duke University. Guys, this is no joke. This isn't something a company just brewed up a few years ago. This has been in the making for a number of years. The American Heart Association has done studies. PubMed, I had never heard of PubMed before getting involved with LifeVantage. It's the National Library of Medicine. So let me see, I think this next slide, let me skip a slide. So here's PubMed, right? This is something I pulled up just a snapshot, screenshot from just a few weeks ago. You can see in the upper left corner, PubMed.gov, that's our tax dollars. If you go in their search engine and type in the word Protandim, right now, or as of 2 weeks ago, you get 19 studies. When I got involved, there were 3 studies. Dr. McCord just said in that video, it just hit me for the first time. He said, we can't guarantee disease, we can't guarantee longer life. Look at that first study and look at the first word, 2 words, longer lifespan. And if you click on that, they studied Protandim, and they found that their mammals live 7% longer on Protandim. Guys, I can't tell you how significant that is, but here's the deal. I'm skeptical, you're skeptical, you should be skeptical. The opposite of skeptical is gullible. No one wants to be gullible. So here's the deal. I was taking a bunch of supplements before I was introduced to LifeVantage, and I just took this challenge. I'm gonna challenge you. Whatever supplement you're taking, go to PubMed.gov and type the name of the supplement in the search engine. And I bet you don't find any studies, no proof that your supplement works. That doesn't mean your supplement's not good. It doesn't mean the supplements I was taking is not good. What it means is Protandim is in a class of its own. What it means is Protandim is unlike any other thing you're taking. I personally am offended when someone says, oh yeah, I take a product like that. No, you don't. You don't. You just don't know what Protandim is and how it works if you think you know of a product like it. It's the only product on earth like it. It works through the NRF2 pathway. You're going to hear a lot about that in the future because it's an amazing way to get your body to work, and we have patents on our products. So let's get back to that. We've taken our product Protandim, and we've taken the science of Protandim, we've branched out into other product lines, and I'm so happy we've done that. We've got a skincare line that's amazing. Part of my story in getting involved with this is I had skin cancer that took over 30 stitches in my face to take out what was, I thought, a little harmful freckle, harmless freckle. It wasn't. It was cancer. Cancer runs rampant through my family. I don't take Protandim because I have a health issue now. I'm not on any meds. I take Protandim because it is very, very cheap maintenance for me. I mean, buy a new car and then, I don't know, don't change the oil in the car. That makes sense. We change the oil so that the car lasts longer. Take Protandim so you last longer. It makes sense, right? We've got a line of energy supplements called Axio. No chemicals, no sugar, no crash, in an enormous market. We've also got a weight management line, not a weight loss, although if you use it the way I've used it before, I've lost weight on it before, phenomenal products. All of our stuff is rooted in science, guys, real science, not made up science, not borrowed science, like we've got great ingredients in our product and these ingredients have been known to do this. No, 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 no. Go research Protandim by name, okay? It's legit. I love when people try and debunk Protandim because they end up becoming product users. And if they're entrepreneurs, if they have an entrepreneur bone in their body, they see profit, they see potential, and they join us in the business. We've got patents on the product, guys, and you can go to LifeVantage.com and look at the science, or PubMed.gov. You've seen this one already. Here's the next slide I want to show you about NRF2. This is Washington State University. This is not your friend. It's not me. It's not LifeVantage. This is Washington State University. It says the health effects of NRF2 may well become the most extraordinary therapeutic breakthrough in history. And if you look at the little box, I'm hoping you guys are able to see this box the way it's highlighted because I've got some other messages here. But it just says, interestingly, Protandim, a dietary supplement consisting of herbs, plants, which by the way, It's only 5 plants in Protandim. If you can eat salad, you can take Protandim, for real. It's unbelievable how many people can take Protandim. I'm not a doctor. I'm not making any claims. If you've got concerns, talk to a professional. The exciting thing is they probably haven't even heard of Protandim yet. But anyway, getting back to the study. Protandim, a dietary supplement consisting of herbs, was the most potent inducer of NRF2. More so than anything else they tested. That's Washington State. Guys, NRF2, they're saying, may become the most extraordinary therapeutic breakthrough in history for our health. And Protandim is the most powerful inducer. Hello. If that doesn't excite you guys, this is how I wake up, guys. I wake up looking for our products, right? We've got skincare that some people are like, hey, I want to see the proof. I know you got science, great, but let me see something. There you go. That's our skincare line. Here's a better picture of the skincare line. That's not Photoshop. That's for real. That's our products, right? Here's some before and after pictures of our weight management program. I know these people. This isn't like Photoshopped. I've got stories, but I don't have time for the stories right now. But amazing products, and as I was just saying, this is how I am in the morning, right there. I wake up and I can't wait to get this stuff. I don't go a day without it. I never will go a day without it. And by the way, we do have products for canines. They're not cupcakes. It's called Canine Health. It's Protandim for our animals, which is amazing because, ironically, more people spend money on preventative health measures for their dogs and cats than they do on themselves, for a fact. But here's the deal. This is what this is really about. I hope you can see my enthusiasm for the product. I hope you can see that the products are amazing. They're all affordable. Protandim is $40 a month. Most of our stuff is like $1 a dose, not $2 or $3 or $4 a dose. I'm saving money on breakfast. I literally, I take a shake in the morning and you can't even eat out of your house anymore for less than $10. It's ridiculous, especially if you got kids. So our physique line has actually saved me some money, but this is what this is all about, really. I love these questions. Are you happy? You may not, I don't know what you're thinking being on this webinar tonight. I don't know what's running through your mind, but I can promise you, me and your friends are not trying to sell pills. We're just trying to find out if people are looking for change. If you don't love Monday, like if you can't wait on Monday to get to work, something's wrong. Something's wrong. Because unless you're controlling every aspect of your time, you're probably not happy. If you're like me, that's why I wasn't happy. I wasn't controlling my life. My life was controlling me. My customers were controlling me. The economy was controlling me. Do you have residual bills? Oh yeah, you do. Every month you've got bills coming in. And here's the deal. You got residual bills up to here, maybe up to here, right? The bills come. If you don't work, the bills are still coming. And until you've got residual income that matches those bills, you know what you got? You got you working. That's what you got. And most people have no residual income. Nothing. They quit working, the money stops. That's what this is about. This is about if you see any profit potential in what you just saw, the American Heart Association, ABC News, the books, the studies, if you think there's some legitimacy to this product, I just want you to know that the health and wellness industry, we'll talk about it, is a $1 trillion industry. It's not a baby of an industry. And this is a massive opportunity. So when I got this information, I had a decision to make. You've got a decision to make tonight. This may sound corny to you as guests, but July 27th, 2016 is going to be an important date for you. Because now you've got a decision. Once you get this information, you got to decide what you're going to do with it. So I was 37, working harder than 27. Does that sound familiar to you? Are you working harder now than you were a few years ago? I wasn't getting any closer to financial freedom. I saw a product that everybody needed, for sure. Everybody's got refrigerators, right? Yeah. Literally, that's good. Protandim's going to be that big. Who wants to age faster? Do you want to age faster? No. We want to age slower. And the only thing I know to do that proven is this, okay? And I knew for a fact nothing was going to change unless I changed it. Nothing was going to change unless I changed it. You're just going to keep getting the same thing. And so I had a decision to make. This is the company that helped me make a decision. It's called LifeVantage. LifeVantage is a publicly traded company, guys. Publicly traded. We're on the NASDAQ. And by the way, right now we are killing it on the stock market, on the NASDAQ board. We are at an all-time high right now. And I'm not telling you that because that's the opportunity. It's not. And our stock price is not indicative of what this opportunity is. I can promise you that. Because I bought this stock when it was 22 cents. The first time I bought stock, it was 22 cents. Okay, and the stock wasn't doing so good. It's now over $14 a share at an all-time high. Yes, I'm very happy with my stock portfolio, and you're probably going, wow, I wished I was around when it was 22 cents. You may be saying, I wished I was around when it was $14 if you watch this go by. But more importantly, I have now participated in a program that builds residual income. The stock I get paid once. With LifeVantage and our residual income and our comp plan, I get paid every month. Guys, this company went from 0 to 200 million in 4 years, in the worst economy of your lifetime. When people were getting bailed out, when billion-dollar companies were getting bailed out by the government, we were entrepreneurs killing it. We were getting after it. We didn't need a bailout. Well, I needed a bailout on my time, and LifeVantage gave me that bailout, right? We're strong financially. We're publicly traded, as I said. We're on the cover of some of the biggest video games in the world. That soccer team runs around with our jerseys on. That's a professional soccer team, which, by the way, they're pretty awesome team, right? You can see them on ESPN. So your friend didn't invite you to a startup. We are a solid company that most people haven't heard about. We're going to talk a little bit about timing here pretty soon. The trends, guys, the trends are in our favor. As I said, you can read. The emerging industries of wellness and network marketing are combining to create today and tomorrow's new wealth. These are famous economists like Paul Zane Pilzer, guys. 3/4 of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. That's 3/4 of you right now live paycheck to paycheck. The average 65-year-old has 42 grand to their name. For real? How long can you live on 42 grand? That's not right. That's messed up. It really, really is. These other statistics are great though. Baby boomers control most of the money. You think baby boomers want to be healthier? Do you think that they want more than 42 grand? How about 82% of women that make over 100 grand do so in our industry? That is amazing, guys. Listen, for the ladies that are out there or anybody, our comp plan is blind. It's blind. Unlike your boss is not blind. Many women do not get paid the same as men just because they're a woman. When this product leaves the factory, the computer doesn't try to decide if it was a woman or a male distributor to pay him. It doesn't care. That is awesome. That is fair. We just want fair, right? None of us are looking for a handout. We just want our shot. We just want fair. If you're Japanese, if you're Canadian, if you're American, if you're Mexican, if you're Australian, the comp plan pays the same. It doesn't matter. It's fair, guys. And we're living in a world where things are happening fast. You guys do realize the world's largest taxi company does not own a taxi. It's called Uber. Did that happen fast? I mean, that happened so fast. What about this? 5 years ago, did you buy anything from Amazon? I didn't. Last year, did you buy anything from Amazon? 2015. Probably, yeah, we did a little bit. Have you bought more on Amazon this year than last year? Yeah, you have. Guys, things are moving. It's a different world. And if you think you're going to keep doing the same thing and get the same results, it's not. Well, yeah, you will, but I think it's going to get worse. You got to be wise to what's going on in today's world. And that's exactly what this company is doing. So a little bit more on what we've got. We've got a system called the Proven Plan. Guys, the best thing I can tell you about our system is simply this. My wife and I had never done network marketing. We followed this system. We got to the highest rank of the company in 4.5 years. 2.5 years in, we had replaced our income. So you might say, oh, that's great, Brandon. You had all the good friends and, you know, I don't know, whatever the excuses are. But my brother-in-law, who's 10 years younger than me, they had never done network marketing before. They used this system. He's a Pro 9 and a Pro 8. His wife's a Pro 8. One of my very close friends growing up in Louisiana, never had done network marketing. Him and his dad joined forces. Then they were in the oil field industry. They're Pro 8s. And I can go on and on and on and on with these stories, guys. We have dozens and dozens of people who are earning six-figure incomes or greater and have never done this business before because they followed that system. The system works. So I can say that with complete confidence that if you join us as a distributor, your success, if you do what we do, I don't want to say guaranteed, but man, we've had some great results. Great results. So that's our system. This is a little bit more of our system. We have a family of apps on our phones. We've just got an app recently that was just insane. It's called LV Move. Man, it's awesome. We've got a fantastic marketing executive, chief marketing officer at corporate that has really, really done some amazing things, as well as our chief sales officer and, of course, our CEO, Darren Jensen. So we're really excited from a technology standpoint. I literally run a multi-million-dollar business from this phone and a laptop or an iPad. Literally, guys. It's really, really amazing. No employees, no storefront, no stock, no paperwork. We're 1099 subcontractors, which I love. I love being in control of my finances. The timing, guys, the timing on this is so critical because in its most simple form, if you call 10 people today about LifeVantage and Protandem, probably none of them have heard, maybe one. That's today. In 5 years, if you call 10, probably half will have heard. So my question is, do you want to call 10 people today or 50 people in a few years to get the same results? That's what I'm saying. 10 today or 50 later. Because that's how these things work. There's only about 70,000 distributors worldwide, and the first 125,000 distributors will be considered the pioneers, and they make 80% of the commissions lifetime of the company, which simply means you get in early, you make the money. You wait till everybody's doing it, and it's safe or the cool thing to do, and you're not going to make as much money. We haven't hit momentum. It's coming. And for those that are seeing this webinar tonight, let me just tell you, I'm working harder right now than I ever have because I know how close we are to momentum. It's coming. I've never been more sure in all my life. And so for all of you guys that get in now, we still have to double the amount of distributors before we get into that real critical mass. So all of you that are hearing this message, new people, the guests, or distributors that have been around for a while, you are in a privileged position, very privileged to have had someone that knew you that invited you to this information. A publicly traded company with patents in a product space that people spend billions of dollars and no one knows about, and it's in ABC News and it's on NBC, and are you kidding me? Guys, let's keep going. Those are your 3 packs. Those are your way into the business. The Freedom Pack is for someone that just wants to try the product and maybe tell their mom or dad or wife or brother, right? It's not really for making money, but it will give you a little sampling of the product. The Vantage Pack is kind of where the commissions start to open up to you, but I think you're still a little handicapped in what you can do as a business. The Platinum Pack is where you want to be with this because this is like a grocery store, right? If you're opening a grocery store, do you want your shelves to be half full? Like, do you only want frozen food and milk, or do you want to have it all? Like, you need it all, right? That's the Platinum Pack. You're launching a business, guys. You're not launching a hobby. If you're launching a hobby, get the Freedom Pack. If you want to launch a business, if you want all of the opportunity this publicly traded company has, you get the Platinum Pack, right? We'll talk a little bit more about how we get paid now. 6 bonuses. For the most part, guys, see if I can get this thing to share here for us. I'd have to come back to it. We get 50% when we enroll a new distributor, which is amazing if you're in sales. 50% commission is amazing. And we get 30% when we sign up customers, right? So that's our weekly upfront way of getting our money back. Just know that if you sign 3 people up the way you signed up, you get all your money back, right? It's really simple. These other 2 bonuses that you see are for what I call the hyper enrollers. People that are going to enroll more than 3 people. People that are going to really get after this thing. There's some additional bonuses if you do that are a few hundred to maybe a couple $1,000s per month, depending on how active you are. I have seen people that make a couple $1,000s in their very first month. Fact, short story, somebody that I just enrolled personally, she sent me a text message and her first check was $997. And her husband both have full-time jobs. And they were not doing this full-time, just calling some people and excited. It's for real. This is how you get your money back. But honestly, this is why we're here. This is how we build our residual income for our residual bills, right? And so it works in a royalty commission through 9 levels of dynamic compression. We pay from the bottom up. For our experienced networkers out there, you know how significant that is. We don't pay from the top down, we pay from the bottom up. Your organization is much bigger on the bottom than it is at the top, right? Just by the number of people you enroll. In fact, my wife and I have only enrolled now, we're getting close to 40 people, but there's 80,000 people in our organization. So obviously the power in numbers is what gives us the leverage to take advantage of this type of program where, and by the way, 90% of our organization is customers. 90%. If that doesn't tell you something amazing about our products and how rock solid the financials are. People want the product. Simple as that. But here's the deal. I ask people this all the time. Do you want to make less money this year than you did last year? The answer is no. You want to make not even the same. You want to make more this year than you did last year, right? Of course. Do you think you could find 5 people that want to make more money this year than they did last year? Yeah. You could find them tonight. So look at the first line, right? First level, 5 distributors. That's just an example. 5. Remember, I've signed 40 now. And that's not, I've got people in my group that sign way more than that. I'm not saying that's anything significant. But 5 people at $200 in product use between themselves and their customers will yield you $20 a month. And see, that's what I thought network marketing was. Work something, tell your friends about something and get nothing, right? What I didn't know is if you hone your skills, right? Any industry, anything you do, you need skills to get paid more money. And when you get more networking skills, when your communication skills improve, when your personal development skills enrichen, people are going to want to do what you do. And those 5 people, you're going to teach those 5 people you found how to go get 5. And on the second level, that's $250 plus the $20, $270 a month more than you were making last year, right? Now we're talking a couple $1,000s a year. Is that okay? Yeah, that's good. When that duplicates one more level down, that's nearly $30,000 a year. It's $2,250 plus the $250 plus the $20. That's nearly $30,000 a year on the 3rd level with just 125 people. And you didn't find 125. In this example, you found 5. 5 will get 5, and that duplicates out. And it never works perfectly like that, but that's why you're going to find more than 5. That's why I went out and got more than 5. Why stop at 5? Everybody you know wants this. Everybody you know. You just answered that. No one wants to make less money. Everybody wants to make more money. That's everybody you know. Share every day. And this thing goes 9 levels deep, right? I love that quote by Rockefeller, right? I'd rather have 1% of 100 people's effort than 100% of my effort. If you don't know who Rockefeller is, he kind of knew his stuff when it came to money and finances, right? The generational matching bonus, guys, is an amazing bonus. It's what incentivizes your team to come help you. They get paid a match on your income. You make 1,000, they make 10%. You make 10,000, they make 10%. You make 100,000, they make 10%. What do they want you to make? 1,000 or 100,000? I want my people on my team to make as is maximized. That's why I'm doing this tonight. Guys, this is a tremendous, tremendous comp plan. In fact, right now it's paying about 50 cents on the dollar. For every dollar the company gets, about 50 cents comes back out to us. We don't have advertising. We are the advertising. And by the way, everybody is starting to participate in network marketing, guys. I got 2 text messages today. One from Southwest Airlines, or email from Southwest Airlines, one from Best Buy, saying that if I recommended some friends, they would either give me points or money. That's networking. But I'm only going to get that once from them. If I recommend my friends to these products in this company, and they see what we see, I get paid every month. And then those people get to do the same thing. It's a win-win situation, guys. When you do network marketing right, with the right company, at the right time, the right products, it's the best way to earn money in the world. There is no better way. This is the best way. The Global Elite Pool, guys, is a bonus that allows global revenue sharing. So, like, I have downlines all over the world, but because I'm in this pool as a Pro 10, I get to share in the global revenue of the entire company. There's a lot of people on this webinar tonight. I'm sure not all of them in my organization, and that's great. I welcome everybody to this, because as the company's revenue increases, so does my paycheck. And that's nice, to believe in a company and be able to build a company and share in the revenue and the growth of the company with no caps. No cap on that pool, no cap on the matching bonus. It's really exciting. This earnings statement, guys, is something that has changed the way people really look at our company and this opportunity. And on the left, you will see the earnings through ranks, or the ranks of the company distributed through Master Pro 10. And in the third column, you see the average monthly incomes. Somewhere in there is a number that gets your attention. Somewhere in there, you'll do this part-time. Somewhere in there, it replaces your residual bills. Somewhere in there, it matches your style of living. And somewhere in there, it gets to the point where you no longer have to worry about money, right? And my wife and I are Master Pro 10s. We have been for well over 2 years. And I can promise you, it's life-changing. Not that all the money, guys, I did this not to make more money. I signed up with LifeVantage not to make more money. I signed up with LifeVantage to get my time back. And I've got that. I've got full control of my time. I decided what time this webinar was going to be tonight, not my boss. No one told me I had to do a webinar on Wednesday night at 9:15. I decided this was the right time. No one's going to tell me when to wake up in the morning. I will decide that. No one's going to tell me how long I get to have for breakfast or lunch or coffee tomorrow. I will decide that. And it goes on and on. Guys, this is an unbelievable deal when you can have residual income and control of your time. It really, I right now just thinking about it, goosebumps and just speechless about what we have in front of us. So, a couple slides in conclusion. Maybe your friends, you were skeptical about your friends, and you know, I went through all this stuff, and you don't know me really, and I get it. But look at this, guys. This is Forbes magazine. Look at the date on the top left. That's June 25th, 2016. Forbes did a poll on the best performing publicly traded companies over a 1-year span, right? I think it was from May to May, or April to May, from 14 to 15 to 15 to 16. And they ranked them by state and overall. LifeVantage was rated number 1, the number 1 best performing stock in all of Utah, and number 5 in the entire United States. LifeVantage, this company, not Facebook, not Coca-Cola, not Apple, LifeVantage in the top 5 performing stocks. Okay? Guys, this is legit. That's Forbes. Check this out. Business for home, people that want to work from home. LifeVantage has now been classified as a AAA opportunity. The last sentence is incredible. It says, Business for Home recommends LifeVantage. There is a high certainty that the net benefit is substantial for a new representative. I can't say any better than that, guys. You are staring down the barrel of an amazing opportunity, and this wraps it up. If you don't know who Richard Branson is, that's okay. You might want to listen to what he says, though, because he is one of the best minds as an entrepreneur there is, and he simply says it best. If someone offers you an amazing opportunity and you're not sure you can do it, say yes, and then learn how to do it later. Guys, that is the thinking of an entrepreneur. That is it. If you get an amazing opportunity like this and you say no, how many more are going to come your way? Guys, you don't let these kind of things get by you, especially for the amount of money we're talking about. You just simply don't. So hopefully I've talked to someone tonight that's looking for change. Hopefully I've talked to someone tonight that is not happy with their financial state in life. You know, are you where you thought you would be at this stage in your life financially? Are you happy? And if not, do this. Because I don't know of a better opportunity. I don't know of one. I challenge people all the time. If you got something better, let me know. Because this is unbelievable, guys. So thank you guys for joining us tonight on the webinar. I hope it was an experience that you enjoyed. I hope for your guests, you guys got good information. We will continue this format. It won't happen at a scheduled time on a regular basis because I am out building with my organizations globally. But I will continue to do these broadcasts. I have got the infrastructure now for a lot of people to be able to join us, and I'd like to get some feedback from you guys. Go to the Cunningham Collective for the recording. The recording of this will be hosted at thecunninghamcollective.com. thecunninghamcollective.com. There's a lot of content there for you to enjoy. That's where this will be hosted. So you guys have a great night and join us in the business. Would love to help build whatever it is you want with this opportunity. Good night.